Hola, Kinalito, aka Mahadi Silape, the girl that calls four countries home. Welcome to my channel. You are most welcome. Join the family, click that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, mwah, thank you for the love. I thought before I sleep, I need to discuss this issue that I have just seen. So I do not have my phone. I think I'll just tell you from my head what I have just read. I actually saw this thing during the week, but I saw it during the week and I was like, wow. I think I shared it on my WhatsApp status, and then I saw it again today. Someone shared it on their Facebook status, and I'm like, let's discuss, let's talk, girls. Let's talk and let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Actually, I think let me try and send this screenshot to Rhea and borrow his phone. Right, let me see if I can negotiate with Rhea to get his phone. Send him that, read it, and return it. All right. All right, I'm back. Okay. Rhea has 6%. Where's the brightness here? Ish. It's so dark. Okay, my husband is mourning his dead mistress. 3 months ago. Oh my days. I need better light. Rhea, how do I increase the brightness here?
Swipe down. Swipe down.
And then what?
And then brightness instead.
Oh my days. Okay. My husband is mourning his dead mistress. 3 months ago, the woman who was having an affair with my husband died suddenly from an accident. I found out about the affair only 2 days after her funeral. I thought she was simply a co-worker, and I was wondering why my husband was so disturbed and emotional. He quit his job, saying it was too traumatic to go to work. She was in the early weeks of pregnancy when she died, and my husband doesn't know whether he or her husband was the father. So, on top of everything, he's also grieving for a baby which may or may not have been his. I find it extremely difficult to be emotionally supportive when he wakes up at 3 a.m. crying and trembling. Yet I don't have the heart to yell at him like I want to. He says she's dead, so there's no reason for me to feel jealous or threatened, and asks for my understanding as he grieves. We've barely talked these last weeks because I don't know how to respond to my husband when he cries and says he misses her and wishes she were here. Then also how much he loves me and that he never intended to leave me. I asked him to visit a marriage therapist together, and he said he's not ready to work on our marriage and thinks he needs to see a grief therapist instead. Do I need to give him time to mourn the loss of his mistress, or should I demand he focus on our marriage? Let me return the phone and we come and discuss. Right. Oh my goodness. Oh. I think this is going to be an unpopular opinion. So I'm not judging my response. I'm not thinking, is this the right response? Is this what? This is my response though. This is what I would do. Okay? But of course, y'all know my situation. So look where that would put me. So I don't know. So I don't know if my advice, my marriage advice can even be taken. You know what I mean? But you're dealing with a situation here, my sister. It is so painful. It is so painful what you're experiencing. It is so painful. But let the men mourn. Let the men mourn. You know, let the men mourn in peace. That's what I would say. Let the men mourn in peace. I responded even on there that let the men mourn. Do not demand anything. Because she's asking, do I demand you go to marriage counseling? No. This is not a man who can go for marriage counseling. This is a man who is mourning. Let the men mourn. Okay? It's like what? Okay, maybe not. Because I'm thinking it's like punishing a child who has gotten pregnant out of wedlock. Your child. If you have a daughter, she becomes pregnant and then she loses the baby. Maybe it's not a good example, but this is a man who's hurting. He is mourning. Let the man mourn. Because I can just imagine, for me, I'm just thinking of it like if it was me. If your ex dies, you know the relationship you had with your ex. They may have been your ex, but they're still someone important to you. Because not all exes are, you don't want anything to do with them anymore. For me, for example, my exes are people that I like. They're good people. It's just we were young or whatever happened and it didn't work out. But these are people I actually love, as human beings. So I would be extremely devastated. And I cannot imagine being in a situation where my husband does not let me mourn losing them because he's jealous. Okay? I know these are not the same thing. These are not the same thing because this man was with this woman during the marriage. Okay? It is not the same, and it is sheer disrespect for him to even be able to want to mourn freely in front of you. She says the man wakes up 3 a.m., he is crying. Okay? I'm probably in the Mnakwetu mode because I've just finished season 2. I've been watching, actually since yesterday I watched both seasons. And I'm thinking clearly, if the man says he loves you, he doesn't want to leave you, but he is devastated that his mistress died. This sounds to me like a man who wanted to take 2 wives. The man loves you. The man right now is in a selfish mode. I mean, the man has been selfish. Okay, now I'm starting to have a bit of conscience, and I'm feeling that, okay, what I'm saying is really out of order. But, when I first read it, I really strongly felt, let the men mourn. But I still think so. I still think, let the men mourn and think of your future. What do you want to do? Okay? You can't force the man to go for therapy. You can't want to push him to go for marriage therapy. He is not in any way, shape, or form in a state to concentrate on this marriage. He is right. He needs time to mourn. Okay? He needs time to mourn. And then in that mourning of his, and I think the bereavement therapy would actually also help him to look within and think, okay, why am I mourning this so much? What is it that I want? Do I want to be with this woman? Or, you know what I mean? I think there it's going to be revealed to him as well if he actually still wants to be with you. he's in a fog. He's not okay. He is mourning. He is in pain. He's just lost someone he loves. Yes, this someone is not you, and you are the wife, and this is extremely disrespectful. This is extremely, it's unexplainable. You can't explain it. You can't even, you can't make it right. I'm forgetting the word I'm looking for. You can't make it right. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's disrespectful to you. It's all sorts. But the fact is, he is in this state. He is mourning. The baby, you think he's mourning this baby as well. But let's forget about the baby. He is mourning his love. Okay? You love him. How do you treat people you love? You treat them with love, no matter what. And love here is to comfort your men. If you can't bring yourself to do that, the least you could do is you step away, you let them mourn. You do not push for marriage counseling. For you, thinking of marriage therapy means to me that you want your marriage to work. You love this man. So if you love this man, you're going to let him mourn his love. And then you're going to have to think hard about your own future. What do you want? How you want to be treated. How much you think you're going to take from this man. Okay? Let's forget about the fact that she's also married or whatever. She's gone now. She can't be judged. She's gone. You are left now with a man in your house who says he loves you, who also says he is crushed. He loves this woman. Okay? What you're hoping for is that one day he will come round and ask for forgiveness. You may have moved on by then. And asking for forgiveness doesn't mean, please take me back. Just the acknowledgement that I disrespected you and you did not deserve that. I was a fool. You did not deserve that. But right now, the matter at hand is that the man is mourning. You can't deny someone to mourn. Unfortunately, he's in your house, yes. He's crying in your bed. He's hurting. And he's hurting you. I understand. I acknowledge that he's hurting you in the process. But to me, you sound like you're strong enough. Because you're even wondering, what do you do? You don't automatically know that you tell this man to get out of here and go cry somewhere else. Because you love the man. You love him. He's your man. You love him. Therefore, I would say, let the man mourn. If you can, you comfort him. But as soon as he's okay, you are sending him out to leave you. Because there is no way you will take and tolerate this disrespect. But if you want things to work out, as soon as he's okay, you guys are going to marriage counseling. You are talking like, okay, so that happened. How did we get there? And how do you treat me like this? Right now, the man is not okay. Let the man heal. Yeah, that's my unpopular. I thought I'm gonna do this laughing because I thought it was like, whoa, I laughed, but now as I started recording this, I realized this thing is serious and it's heavy. It's heavy. But honestly, sis, I would say let your man mourn. Don't stop. Because I immediately put myself in this man's shoes. I was like, I would not want a situation where I'm not able to freely mourn. Let me deal with the rest later. Let's deal with the consequences and the ditlamoraos. Let's deal with the aftermath later. For now, let us be able to mourn this pain. We're going through this pain. Let us be able to go through that pain. And then let's see where to from here. It is unfair. Is it unfair that everything is unfair? Nothing about this thing is fair. Nothing. It's not fair what he did to you. It's not fair what he's continuing to do to you. It's not fair that he's crying in your bed next to you. He's crying at 3 a.m. It's not fair. Nothing is fair. None of this whole thing is fair. Now you need to decide, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What I would do, I would comfort him. I would comfort him. And then we see from there, you decide, what do you think you deserve? What do you think? What can you take? What can you tolerate? What can you accept? You know, because your men didn't tell you about this. You've just found out. You wondered why he's even left work. Can you see how much this man is disturbed? Do you throw him away? You can't throw away. This person needs you. You can't throw. You can't. You don't. This is a dying horse. You can't kick a dying horse. You know, unless, I don't know. This is a dying horse. What do you do? Love makes no sense. Love makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. If you love this man, let him mourn. You don't have to go over and above what you can take, what your pain threshold is. You don't have to do extra things and then comforting him, watching him, doing whatever if he's going to depression. No, but you can let him mourn at the very least. Let him mourn and then walk away. Or let him mourn and then ask him to leave. Or let him mourn and sit down and talk about what you want to happen from now on. You know, the trust has been betrayed. But not everybody feels that's the end. That should be the end. You know, it doesn't have to be. It's your marriage. You choose what you want to do. You know, if you're Team Begezela, you Begezela. It's up to you. But you get help for yourself. You go for counseling for yourself. If he's not ready for that, to work on the marriage, he's mourning, let him mourn. And you seek counseling for yourself. You need to be okay. And then once you're okay, once you're not emotional, once you're not hurting, once you can make decisions from here, not here. Because the worst thing you can do is make a decision when you are emotional, when you're not happy, when you are hurting. That's not the time to make a decision. Be okay, and then consider all angles. Look at your own situation and then think, what is it that I want? What do I want to happen? Yeah. That's all I'll say. That's how I see it. Kill me if you need to. That's how I see it. So yeah. Right. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of you will be angry, like, what the ever? I said what I said. I believe what I believe. And I'm not apologetic about it. All right, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Love you. But remember that God loves you even more. And that is true. Ciao, ciao. Hella, you watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and scroll and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you and take care of yourself.